Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Chemistry Paper 2 Multiple Choice Question Extended Version. We have October-November session 2023 and we have the subject code 0620 and the variant is 22. We have 45 minutes for this paper and 40 is the total marks from this paper. We're gonna start our question paper from question number 1. Question number 1 is that part of a cooling curve for the water is shown. What is occurring between X and Y? This is a cooling curve diagram. We have been provided with this information. And as you can see, we need to tell what is happening between X and Y. And we can see from the figure that between X and Y, there is no change in temperature. When there is no change in the temperature, it means that particles are stating the change, and stating the change means the change of state is occurring. So we're gonna tell from the given option, which is the best option, steam is condensing into the water. Now this option is not valid because this option shows that it is coming from the vapor point to the end point. So this is not the valid option. The temperature of the water is decreasing. We know that temperature of water is not decreasing between X and Y. Similarly, steam is not condensing during X and Y. Ice is melting between option number C. Ice is melting. This is not the valid option. We know that temperature is decreasing, so it could be that it is freezing, not melting. So this is again the wrong option. Particles are losing heat to the surrounding. This is the right option because particles are losing heat to change their physical state. So that's why we're gonna select option number D for question number 1. Which statement about clean dry air are correct? Okay. It is a mixture of elements only. No. Option 1 is the wrong. We know that air is a mixture of elements, compounds and mixture. It is option number 2. It is a mixture of elements and compounds. Yes, this is the right, and it contains only non-metals. We know that it contains helium, neon, argon, carbon dioxide, oxygen gas. These are all, or nitrogen gas, are non-metals. So option number C is the right option. 2 and 3 are the right option. Moving to question number 3. Question number 3 is the representation of an atom shown in the figure. What is the nuclear number of atom? We know that nuclear number of atom is counted by adding proton number and neutrons. So you can count these 1, 2. First you can count proton 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So protons are 6. Now you need to count the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it should be 13. Option number D is the right option. Moving to question number 4. Question number 4 is that the percentage abundancy of 3 isotopes in a sample of neon are shown. Isotopes are those that have the same atomic number but they have different atomic masses due to the different number of neutrons. Okay, we need to calculate the percentage relative atomic mass. So there is a simple calculation. We know that this atomic mass is 20. We're gonna multiply it by 90.48 into its percentage by adding 21 into relative abundancy 0.27, then 22. And its relative abundancy is 9.25. To convert them into the percentage, to eliminate the factor percentage, you need to divide it by 100. After dividing by 100, you're gonna get the answer 20.19. So option number B is the right option for this MCQ. Question number 5. Potassium reacts with iodine to form potassium iodide. Okay, this is the reaction where potassium is reacting with iodine and forming potassium iodide. So this is the balance sequence. Okay, which statement about the potassium iodide is correct? Each potassium atom share a pair of electron with an iodide atom. Each potassium atom share a pair of electron. We know that this is an ionic bond between metal and non-metal, so this is the wrong option. Reading option number B, in potassium iodide, the potassium has more electron than protons. We know that when it is neutral, potassium have 19 electrons and 19 protons. But when it changes it to ion, to react, it loses an electron. So it has 18 electron and 19 proton. It means that this is the right option. It has more protons compared to electrons. Moving to question number 6. This substance has the lowest melting point. Okay. Graphite. Graphite is, we know that graphite has a giant molecular structure, so this has a high melting point, so this is the wrong option. Methanol, it is a simple covalent compound, this is the right option. Silicon oxide, again this has the giant structure, and sodium chloride is a ionic compound. So only option correct is where the simple covalent bond exists in methanol, so it has the lowest melting. Coming to question number 7. Question number 7 is that the diagram shows the structure of a molecule of ethyl ethonate. We know that what is the molecular formula of ethyl ethonate? You need to count the number of carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 carbon atoms in it. The only option C and B have 4 carbon atoms. Now you need to calculate hydrogen atom. And you can see that hydrogen atoms are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hydrogen 8. And only option have hydrogen 8 is option number B. Option number B is the correct answer, but you need to verify. Oxygen has 2, so you can complete this formula like that. This was an easy question, just counting the number of elements in the compound. Moving to question number 8. Question number 8 is that hydrocarbon contains 85.7% of carbon by mass. What is the empirical formula of the hydrocarbon? Okay, this is the question that carrying some of calculation. Carbon and hydrogen. We know that carbon have 85.7. Then you can count by subtracting 100 and 85.7 by after subtracting we would get 14.3. Now you need to get the number of moles by dividing into their molar mass. 85.7 divided by 12, 14.3 divided by 1. You're gonna get the molar mass of it, that is 7.14 and 14.13. Now you need to divide by the minimum value, and the minimum value here is, okay, hopefully now you can see, 7.14 divided by 7.14. Here comes 1 and here comes 2. So the empirical formula should be CS2. So option number A is the right option. This is how we have calculated. Moving to question number 9. The formula of a compound containing element X is Na2X2O3. The relative formula of a compound is 158. What is the relative atomic mass? So we need to calculate the relative atomic mass. We know that the formula is this. So 2 elements of sodium, and sodium have the molecular mass of 23. 2 elements of X, and we need to identify it. 3 elements of oxygen, 3 into 16, and the total mass is given, that is equal to 158. Now you need to simply apply the maths. Okay, 2 into 3, 46, plus 2x plus 48 is equal to 158. You're gonna subtract 48 and 46 from 158. You would get 2x is equal to 64. Then x is equal to 32. So option number A has the answer 32. Okay, moving to question number 10. Question number 10 is that dilute aqueous potassium chloride is electrolyte using potassium electrode. Which row identify the product at each electrode? So we need to know that we have 2 ions, potassium ion and chloride ion, and hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion. And we know that hydroxide ion would discharge because their dischargeability is greater than compared to chloride, and we know this from the chapter of electrolysis, and we get this equation to H2O plus O2 plus 4 electron, and hydrogen would here win, and because hydrogen would get those electron and form H2. Now we solve this. Which row identify? We know that oxygen will be generated at a node, so option number C and D have this option, and at cathode we know, we have just calculated, it is hydrogen, so option number C is the right answer for question number 10. Moving to question number 11. Question number 11 is from the again the topic of electrochemistry. Concentrated aqueous copper sulfate chloride is electrolyte using copper electrode as shown. Copper electrodes are those, okay, that are shown in the diagram. Okay, we have been provided with the information. We know that at a node it should be between hydrogen oxide and chloride ion, but there are copper electrodes, so their discharge would not be again of hydroxide ion or chloride ion, so we would cancel their probability. Okay, and we also know that at cathode it would be like that, hydrogen ion would lose an and copper electron. Obviously copper would win because copper will lose and it's gonna get thinner, and they will deposit over here, so they would deposit like that. Copper would accept the electron and it will deposit at negative electrode. Okay, anode. What happens to the mass of the during? We know that at positive electrode its mass is decreasing, so the only options that have the mass is decreasing is B and D, A and B. Okay, now negative electrode, we know that the mass is increasing of the negative electrode, so option number B is the right option from given options. Okay, moving to question number 12. Question number 12 is that okay, the initial and the final temperature of 4 different reactions are measured. Which reaction is least exothermic? Okay, we need to identify which reaction has the least exothermic. The difference of the temperature is +6, and here the difference is +4, and over here it is -3 and it is -5. We know that these reaction would be endothermic. We have the task to express that which reaction has the least exothermic. Option number A is exothermic and option number D is exothermic. Now we need to identify which has the less, because its temperature increases by +6 and its temperature increases by +4. This is the least value, so option number D is the correct option for question number 12. Moving to question number 13. Which equation represents an exothermic reaction? Okay. Option number A, chlorine gas is converted into chlorine atom because energy is absorbed during bond breaking, and bond breaking is, we know that it is the process of endothermic reaction, so this was an easy option, so option number A is the right option. Moving to question number 14. Okay, 14 is again from energetics. Okay, methane burns in oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Methane, the reaction is given. Okay, we need the bond energies are also given. We know that there are 4 carbon hydrogen bond here, so we're gonna calculate the reactants energy for carbon hydrogen bonds. plus 2 high oxygen atoms bond. And for the products, you can say you have two carbon and oxygen bond plus 4 hydrogen and oxygen bond. So you need to calculate their energy. Okay, 4 carbon hydrogen bond means 4 into 410. Then 2 oxygen double bond has the energy of 496. It means plus 2 into 496. Now you need to know 2 carbon and oxygen has the bond energy of 805, and hydrogen and oxygen of OH has the energy of 460. Now you need to calculate that. This values come as 3450 and this value comes as 2632. You know that the products has the greater energy of the value that is equal to minus 818 after subtracting 2632 from minus 3450. Negative sign indicates it is an exothermic reaction. So option number A is the right option for this question. Moving to question number 15. Hydrochloric acid is added to excess calcium carbonate in two separate experiments. Two different concentrations of hydrochloric acid are used, but the temperature is same in the both experiments. The graph of the result show the volume of carbon dioxide gas given off over time. You can see that 1 mole per dm cube and 2 mole per dm cube. Which row is correct? Okay. Particles in 2 mole per dm cube compared to 1 mole per dm cube, collision rate and collision energy. So which option is correct? We know that collision rate is increasing when they have the higher concentrations, and there would be no change in collision energy because the temperature is remains same. So option number A is the valid option here. Moving to question number 16. The decomposition of dinitrogen tetraoxide and 2O4, the nitrogen dioxide, is reversible reaction. The equation for the reaction is shown. The forward reaction is endothermic. Which row show the effect of the position of the equilibrium and the rate of the reverse reaction when the temperature is increased? We know that this question is carrying the concept from the Le Chatelier principle. What is Le Chatelier principle? It is state that when a change is made to a system in equilibrium, the system moves to oppose the change. It means that whatever change is happening, the system would oppose its change to come into the equilibrium. Okay. The forward reaction is endothermic. Which row show the effect on the position of equilibrium and the rate of the reverse reaction when the temperature is increased? We know that when the temperature is increased, position of equilibrium should more particles should be converted. So option number C and D carrying the it would shift to the right. But you can you need to know that what is the rate of reverse reaction. It would increase or decrease according to Le Chatelier principle. More particles will go back because it would opposing the change of this position of equilibrium. So it would be the rate of reverse reaction would increase. So option number D is the correct option. You need to revise the concept of Le Chatelier principle for this question. Moving to question number 17. 17 question is from the topic of redox reaction. Okay, in a brass furnace, iron oxide is converted to iron and carbon monoxide is converted to a carbon dioxide. Fe2O3 plus 3 carbon monoxide plus gives 2 iron plus 3 carbon dioxide. What happens to each of these reactants? Both iron oxide and carbon are oxidize. Both iron oxide. Okay, first we need to show what is happening. We know that here the oxidation state of oxygen is positive 3, and here the oxidation state of iron is 0. So it means its oxidation state is decreasing, so only iron oxide is reduced and carbon monoxide. So only option D is showing that situation. So option B is also carrying iron oxide and carbon monoxide are reduced, but we can see that carbon monoxide is gaining oxygen, so it is not oxidized, it is reduced. So due to this, option B is incorrect. Moving to question number 18. Which row describe what happens Fe plus 2 ions when they are oxidized? Okay, obviously when they have the positive charge, means that they will lose electron, and what happens to the oxidation number of oxidation number of iron? Oxidation number would increase for oxidation, so option number D is correct. Moving to question number 19. In which reaction does an acid react with a base? Dilute sulfuric acid with a piece of magnesium ribbon producing hydrogen, because dilute sulfuric acid, we would ignore that reaction. Dilute sulfuric acid added to aqueous barium chloride producing a white precipitate. Again, this is dilute sulfuric acid. Aqueous sodium hydroxide is added to aqueous copper. No, this is not the way acid react with this. Next option is aqueous sodium hydroxide and OH is added to solid ammonium sulfate NH4 or twice SO4 producing gaseous ammonia. This is the acid base reaction, so this is the right option. Moving to question number 20. Question number 20 is that which element form an oxide when react with an aqueous solution of base? Okay, when aqueous solution of argon is non-metal and magnesium and copper are metal, only non-metal here is option number B, sulfur. So this is the right answer. Moving to question number 21. Which method is used to produce insoluble salt? Addition of excess insoluble base to an add. No, this is the wrong option. Addition of excess metal to an acid. Again, this is wrong. Precipitation using two aqueous solution, because they are insoluble. So that's why option number C is the right option. Moving to question number 23. No, question number 22. Question number 22 state that the noble gases are in group 8 of the periodic table. Some properties of the first 4 noble gases are shown. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, and their boiling point and densities are given. Which row identify the trends in the boiling point in density as group 7, group 8 is descendant. Its boiling point, we can see that is increasing, and we can say that its densities are also increasing. So option number B is carrying increasing for the both options, so it is the right option. Moving to question number 23. Some properties of elements are shown. Melting point, boiling point, reaction with cold water gives hydrogen gas, reaction with heated with oxygen. Okay, which part of the periodic table R is formed? As its melting point and boiling point are high, it also gives hydrogen and burns with the white solid when the oxygen, so it must be present in group 1 metal. Okay, moving to question number 24. 24 is that which pair of compounds show that transition element have the variable oxidation state? We need to find that here the chromium has the oxidation state of +3, and here as well the oxidation state is +3. So oxidation is not changing, so this is not the right option. Moving to question B option. Here the copper has the +2 oxidation, here is also +2, so this is the wrong option. Moving to question part C. Part C, iron has here +3 oxidation state, and here has +2 oxidation state. Here the oxidation state is different, so it is describing this concept. Option number D has plus 1 oh, and plus 1. So option number C is the only correct option here. Moving to question number 25. The list gives the order of some metals in the reactivity series. Metal X is also included. Okay, you can add carbon in between there. Okay, which row show the properties of metal X? Reacts with and dilute acid. Okay, only reduced by carbon. We know that it does not react with acid, and so option number A and B could be correct, and it is reduced and only reduced by carbon. So you can see, let's say it would be X plus carbon, it will produce carbon dioxide plus X. Option number B is the right option because it is reduced by carbon. Moving to question number 26. Okay, 26 is that when zinc is added to an aqueous solution containing magnesium ion, there is no reaction. Which species has the greater tendency to lose electron? Magnesium has the greatest tendency because this is the stable, this is also the stable, and magnesium is higher than zinc, so that's why magnesium has the greater tendency to lose electron. Which gas in the air is needed to for iron to rust? Option number D, oxygen, and other than oxygen, water is also required. So gas is oxygen that is needed for rusting. Moving to question number 28. 28 is from the topic of electroplating. Which coating prevents iron from rusting even when the coating is damaged? This is the concept of sacrificial element, and the sacrificial element for the iron is zinc. So moving to question number 29. Why is limestone added to the blast furnace? It is added to the blast furnace to form slag. So option number B is the it reacts with impurities to form slag. So this is the only option that is correct. It neutralizes the molten slag produced. No, this we only add to react with impurities to form slag, that is calcium silicate CaSiO3. The flow chart shows the stages in the treatment of the river water to produce drinking water. River water sedimentation tank, stage J, stage K, drinking water, and stage J and K are given in the table below. So stage J should be filtration. After sedimentation we go through after before drinking water it should be chlorinate, so all the germs would be killed. So option number C is the correct option. Moving to question number 31. 31 is that carbon dioxide act as a greenhouse gas by interacting with a particular type of energy that radiates from the Earth's surface into the atmosphere. Which type of energy is involved, and what happens when this energy interacts with carbon dioxide molecule? Okay, we know that type of energy involved is thermal. So option number A and B is carrying that. Okay, carbon dioxide molecule increase the earth energy lost to space. Carbon dioxide molecule absorb. Yes, carbon dioxide absorb. That's why our temperature is increasing. So option number B is the correct option. Moving to question number 32. Oxides of nitrogen such as NO and NO2 are formed. Okay, Na form in the petrol engines of a car. They are removed from the exhaust gases by the reaction in the car's catalytic converter. Which row describe how oxides of nitrogen are formed in a petrol engine and a reaction that happens in a catalytic converter? We know that it would happen by the reaction between nitrogen and oxygen from the air, and it would produce nitrogen plus oxide plus carbon monoxide would produce nitrogen and carbon dioxide gas. So option number A is the correct option. Moving to question number 33. Which diagrams show that this displayed formula for the name organic compound. Okay, C double bond O. Over here 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 and 1, and over here 1 2 3 4 5 carbon is making 5 bonds, so this is the wrong option. Methane does not have 2 carbons, so this is the wrong option, so we have to select between A and C option. We know that carbon have ethanol OH hydroxide, and that's an ethanoic acid should have C double bond OH, so this is extra oxygen, so that's why this is the wrong option, and ethanol should carry only OH, so this is the right option. Option number C is the right answer. Moving to question number 34. What is the total number of covalent bonds in a molecule of C butane? We know that butane has 4 carbon bond, 1 2 3 4, and all those bonds are filled with hydrogen. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 13. So option number C is the right option. Moving to question number 35. Okay, moving to question number 35. Propane reacts with chlorine in substitution reaction. Which reaction condition is required for the reaction to occur? We know that this required ultraviolet light or sunlight, so option number D is the correct option. In this reaction we form chloroform or tetrachloride CCl4. Next question is 36. The structure of an organic compound is shown. Which structure represents the molecule that react with steam to produce this product? We know we should know that which element would react to form this product. So we know that when alkene is added to water, alcohol is produced. So this is the reaction in which alcohol is producing. So we need to select carbon with double bond. So A and D has the double bond, but we know that here there are 3 carbon atoms, so option number A would be incorrect. So only option correct here for the double bond alkene is D option. I'm repeating it, alkene plus water would give you alcohol, so that's why we were selecting from these 2 options. So these 2 options are totally incorrect. Moving to question number 37. Which term describe nylon? We know that nylon is described by polyamide, so option number C is the right option. Moving to question number 38. Ethene can be polymerized. Which diagram represent the structure of the product form? A, B, C and D, the given option over here. So we know that it should carry the repeating units, and repeating units are only shown in the option number B and C, but option number B is carrying the double bonds. So here 1 2 3 4 5 carbon cannot form 5 bonds, so this is the wrong option. Only correct option here is option number C. Moving to question number 39. In acid base titration is described. 25 centimeter cube of aqueous alkali is put into a conical flask. Indicator is added to a flask. Dilute acid is added to the aqueous alkali until the indicator changes its color. The volume of acid is then reduced. What use of apparatus is correct? We know that volumetric pipette should be used. The 25 centimeter cube of alkali is measured using a volumetric pipette. So only option carrying the pipette is A and D. But D is the wrong option, where the volume of acid is we are provided with the dilute aqueous alkali. So option number A is the right option. Moving to the last MCQs of our paper, question number 40. Substance Q is investigated using chromatography. The chromatography is shown. The diagram is not drawn to the scale, but we have been provided with all the measurements when calculating the value of RF. Okay, first we need to calculate the value of Q, and we know that the level of Q is raised to 83, but this height is also should be neglected. So 83 minus 13 would get 70. And we know that the value of solvent front, but the value of solvent front is given 114, and it should be subtracted again from the value 13, and the answer would be 101. For calculating RF value, we need to take this as a numerator and solvent front value as denominator. So 70 divided by 101, we will get the value of 0.69. So the correct option is 0.69 over here. So option number C is the correct answer for question number 40. Hopefully you get the understanding of this paper. This was an easy paper. Some of questions were carrying calculation that were involved, but mostly questions are from the theory section. You need to revise some of the key concepts to understand this paper. If you do have some queries related to the paper, you can ask in comment section, or if you do find this video helpful, don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching it. Allah Hafiz.